Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. I got David Murdico on the phone. He's with Super Cool Creative. I gotta love that name. You know, it's kind of like, it sounded like, what were you, like 18 or 16 when you came up with your company? Because that's like it's kind of like the name a teenager would come up with, which I think that is super cool, to be honest with you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, tell us your story. Tell us your elevator speech.
Elevator speech. Well, wow, we don't really have a quick elevator speech. I can give you the long version. No, we're basically a digital creative agency. And we started off as an online video company making funny videos for businesses, and began adding services like social media and PR and other sorts of digital creative madness. Pretty much whatever clients needed, we would add in, and I just built up our portfolio from there.
Yeah, and by the way, I'm assuming the website is supercoolcreative.com.
Yes, it is. Thank you.
And you have a superhero guy image
we do.
On that. Do you have a name for that superhero?
Super cool.
Oh, hey, what else would you call him? Absolutely. Although I think I would change those, the mask into Ray-Bans. Change the mask into Ray-Ban.
Branding.
Yeah, classic Ray-Bans. I like.
You know what?
Yeah,
I like that better. I actually like that a lot. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, he's a superhero, but he's a cool superhero. So, a little bit of, what's his name? Tom Cruise, Risky Business, that style.
Tom Cruise, Risky Business,
yeah. Absolutely. So tell us the history of it. How old is the company?
About 5-6 years old.
Really? And I got to tell you, when you go to the site, it is a visual explosion taking place in a good way. It's not like it's just dizzying, although I bet if I set my eye on one spot for a long period of time, it probably would get dizzy. But it's got a lot of stuff flying by, and it shows that you're the go-to place to go to for catching people's attention.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I like that. So how do you get the attention of a hard-to-reach client?
It's a few different things. The core of it all, this is for pretty much anybody, is figuring out what your client is interested in. What do they need? I don't want to go into all that typical, crap about pain funnel and all that stuff, but it kind of is. It's just, what does your client need, and then where do they go to find information about their needs?
Yeah, so but how do you get that initial engagement? Because, people now, clients now are harder to reach these days than they have been ever. I mean, ever. What's ironic, because we got all these tools to be able to reach them, but what actually all these tools are distractions that disrupt real communication between people, particularly that first engagement to get things started. How do you get things started with people these days?
Well, a lot of the way we develop business, and a lot of what we do for clients too, is if you've heard the term content marketing, it's just creating content that people are interested in, and then they find you that way. For instance, writing a blog post, making a video, something that entertains, informs, somehow educates somebody about something that they're already looking for. And then you can make the decision, do I just put it out there and let them search for it, or do I shove it down their throat by emailing it to them, pinging them on LinkedIn? And typically if someone is in the mood for something, if they're looking for something, and you do shoot it directly to them, it's like when you're searching for a car, you just notice all the cars out there. And if a car salesman called you probably listen to him. Maybe not a car salesman, but you know what I mean? You'd listen to him. But if you're not in the market for a car, anyone trying to sell you a car is just really annoying. You just want them to go away.
Yeah,
that's the matter. Yeah, it's a combination of timing and creating content that people are actually interested in. They can either find you with, or you could push it to them.
Hey, so my producer was just showing me that Fast Company ranked you one of the foremost. Hold on, no, wait a minute. He's what a knucklehead, making me look like a knucklehead. So tell me about this Fast Company ad that you did, or article you did about you guys.
Maybe the agency post? Is that what you're thinking?
No. I'm going to have my producer now, since he got me in this mess, navigate me out of this mess.
No, this is funny. The foremost non-innovative companies in Los Angeles.
That was on your website, by the way. We're not trying to torpedo you. That's on your website.
Yeah, you know what that is? That's a new blog that we launched a couple months ago called The Kool-Aid.
It's great. I love it.
It's a parody blog.
Well, that explains everything. The Kool-Aid. Yeah. I like that. I like that.
Everything.
Hey, you guys sound very clever, very creative. Tell us about some of your clients. Who are some of your clients? Give us a laundry list.
All right. Let's see. Well, we got a lot of video game clients like Capcom, and then THQ and Atari, but they're kind of gone now. And let's see, T-Mobile, Pizza Hut, IBM was one of our early clients that we did a funny video for one of their products. Dish, designing some custom YouTube channels for them, and then a whole slew of startups.
Hey,
about a year ago, we started getting into the startup scene too.
David,
So
you're going to lose. You're going to lose the guy who writes your blog. I'm just going to tell you, man. That guy's either going to be working for The Onion or for David Letterman or someone like that in no time. Office dogs would prefer to work at home.
That was mine.
According to surveys. That's your dog?
Yeah, that was my article.
Oh, you're going to lose yourself to David Letterman or The Onion.
I get hired away from myself.
That's right. That is awesome, dude. That one, I started crying when I saw that one. That was awesome. Very good stuff. People have got to read the Kool-Aid blog. The only place they're going to check it out is over at supercoolcreative.com. Let me just give you the word. This is my favorite word for stuff I really love. So take it as a compliment. It's ridiculous. This thing is ridiculous. You got to check this site out. I mean, it's crazy, dude. I love it. I mean, I like the one about if this law passes, if new law passes, employees will have to wear helmets at work. in the office at that. We're not talking about a warehouse. We're talking about in the office. I love it. Frankly, in California, it wouldn't surprise me that, Moonbeam Jerry Brown would get a law like that passed.
Yeah, right? I mean, that's where that all comes from. It's ridiculous in both the good way and the bad way.
It's just ridiculous. That's why you got to go check out supercoolcreative.com. Learn more about my guest, David Murdico. David Murdico. Yeah. And let me tell you, it's like Italian name show on The Price of Business today. It's like unbelievable, but I'm trudging through, and most importantly, I'm having a good time because all you guys are great guests.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for being with us, David. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, me too. Thanks, Kevin.
Check them out. Supercoolcreative.com. Check them out. They are phenomenal. Very clever. You got to love their blog over there. I love good blogs. It's hard to find great writing. That's why I'm going to start reading the Kool-Aid blog there. Plus, I always read usdailyreview.com. You need to be checking that one out as well. I'm Kevin Price. You're listening to The Price of Business.